Well, hello there, and I do hope you're all well. Now, the other morning when I'd just woken up, my wife was getting ready to go into town with my son to pick up some odds and sods and go see her mother. And I got up to check my phone and I thought, right, latest upload of my video, I'll just go check the comment section, because I always like to have a read and have an interest in what you have to say, and also just make sure that no complete bell tappers put some crappy porn site on there, so report it and get rid of it. Anyway, somebody mentioned on the day about Bodger having an interview on this morning. Says, I'm looking forward to get your take on it. And I thought, well, I don't know anything about this, so you look on it and easy. Oh, he's got an interview with Good Morning Britain. I thought, so I had a little look around, and when I saw this interview, to say I was stunned was an understatement. The two things I took from this was, one, the look on Susanna Reid's face as she's interviewing this complete, absolute imbecile. She reminded me of somebody who was thinking, I know I have to do this, but the very thought of having to spend a second in the same space of this self-entitled bell tap is enough to make me want to retch. And second, when she asked this question about this old age pensioner, what she has to do during the day because the cost of living crisis that she's having to go through, he's just sat there as if to say, off on another planet, as if to say, oh, very interesting, Susanna, but why are you telling me? I don't care about this smelly little oink. Anyway, she's probably on her last breath anyway, so why do you talk about me? How wonderful I am. And his answer, even in, let's just say, when he's doing his level best to show contrition, empathy and compassion, he can't help but lie about the bus pass, because even that wasn't true either. Who pathetic. Anyway, less of my rabbiting. Let's watch this utter bell tap.
I want to ask you then about a number of our viewers who have got in touch with us about the choices that they're making. Elsie is 77.
See her face and look at him. Nothing there. There's no empathy. Doesn't care.
She's a widow and she's a pensioner who lives in a council house. She receives a pension of £170 a week. Her energy bills have gone, get this, from £17 a month to £85 a month.
Yeah.
She will pay an additional £816 a year. To cut down on spending, Prime Minister, Elsie has now resorted to eating one meal a day. She's 77 years old. She's losing weight. She goes to the supermarket at the end of the day to buy yellow sticker discounted items. She gets up early in the morning to use her Freedom bus pass to stay on buses all day to avoid using energy at home. What else should Elsie cut back on, in your opinion?
That's a good question. I don't think she has much else, but does he show any empathy in his answer? Does he talk about, this is not good enough? This is somebody who's living in my country, who's having to live that way. That's not right and it's not fair, and I'm going to do my absolute level best to put that right. No, makes it all about him, what he's done, and even then he fucking lies.
We don't want Elsie to cut back on anything. Let's talk about Elsie and what we're doing. And just remind you that the 24-hour Freedom bus pass was something that I actually introduced. Just
he thinks that's something good. Is that vain? He thinks it's something like that. He's done her a favour. And you watch Susanna Reid's face as he waffles on and guffaws with utter nonsense.
Just parenthetically.
Marvellous. So Elsie should be grateful to you for her bus pass. But what else should she cut back on?
There are plenty of things that we are doing. So what we want to do is make sure that we have people who are in particular hardship looked after by their councils. So we're putting much more money into local councils. We have the particular payments for to help elderly people, in particular, with the cost of heating. But look, Susanna,
She already qualifies for that.
and I'm going to accept.
I'm asking you now, what does Elsie cut back on now?
I don't want Elsie to have to cut back on anything, and we will make sure.
But Prime Minister, her energy bills have gone up to £85 a month.
And the best answer
is for you to resign and go. You're a Look at her face. Look at Susanna Reid's face. She looks like she could just absolutely camouflage his face with that wall. Well, that bookshelf, should I say. Look at her, there's just nothing there. It's just, I'll just go through the motions, and if it need be, I will give Susanna Reid the smile, the charm, because I'm the Bodger, and then just go my merry way and go for my roast swan or duck or whatever it is I'm getting as a freebie today. The man's an embarrassment. That's our leader. No wonder nobody wants him anywhere near them in this week's local elections. Want him? No, I'm sure I heard that when he were up at Teesside, he called it Tyneside. I think it was either Tyneside and called it Teesside, or it were at Teesside and called it Tyneside, which just shows you how lazy this absolute bell-tap is.
Is to help her abate the cost of energy as we are, but also
through a loan that she has to pay back?
To make sure there's a direct...
Oh, God, you can tell us... I'd give this Susanna Reid a medal. I want to listen to this utter nonsense and tripe.
Cutting her council tax as a result of what we're doing, plus the
she doesn't qualify for the council tax rebate as her home comes under band.
Shows you the arrogance of him. Even when he's spouting his nonsense and she's saying she doesn't qualify for that, he's trying to talk over it. I don't care whether she qualifies or not. I don't give a... Because all my life I've been brought up to believe that I'm here to go, rah, 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 we're going to smash the oinks. And that's all she is a smelly little oink, and a half-dead one at that, probably. So, stick that up your pipe and smoke it.
There are measures that we put in place to help people, but I'm not going to pretend to you,
can't say anything to help
I'm not going to
Elsie,
pretend to no, because what we are
doing is floundering and flailing around. That's painful. That's the leader of our country, and if I'm honest, anybody could have done a better answer than that. But of course, in his whole life, he's always had that knack of just, I'll just flander and talk nonsense and I'll get her out of it because I'll just bluff and bluster my way. I listened to James O'Brien this morning with Theo Washington and gotten about this, and he actually I thought for a moment he was doing it as a bit of a joke, but my God, that was painful. And like they found out, they says that this free bus pass thing, not what to do with him. He's just talk, just even when trying to look compassionate and show contrition and empathy, he can't help but lie. That was painful. And that man is an embarrassment. And I could have gone on about her when he didn't know who Lorraine was. But I think that's part of his charm, and I'm not going to do him the service of showing, how funny he is. He didn't know who Lorraine Kelly was. No. It's Alexander Boris Johnson. Narcissist. Liar. And a charlatan who only cares about himself. And there again, he proved it. Doesn't care. And when people reveal themselves, believe them. Now, I could go on and get rather angry, but we'll leave the video here because I think we've just seen this complete bell tap in all its glory. So I shall leave the video here until the next time. I shall bid you farewell and take care.